So we finally know what the last two games are for the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and I gotta say, this does actually fit on brand considering there's a few other games that they haven't added, but I'm pretty positive they're going to be another collection. I'm going to talk about that in this video. But the games that they added were the Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero game and the Mortal Kombat Special Forces game. Now, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure a lot of people say both of these games are bad. One of them is because one of them is super duper hard, which is Sub-Zero. Like, if you've seen stuff with the dude, controls like booty, so it makes sense. Special Forces just kind of not really that cool, but it introduced Tremor, so I can definitely give it that, because without this game wouldn't have Tremor, so hey, I'm cool with it because of that, literally. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be giving these well, I'm gonna play the Sub-Zero one, but I'll give Special Forces a try, I guess. But yeah, so this is the entire collection for Mortal Kombat now that we know everything coming out, because you know there's gonna be no 3D games here, which is kind of surprising. Like, you're not going to count Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance Game Boy Edition. Like, what are we talking about here? It doesn't matter. More than likely, people are going to be playing Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 3 Ultimate, then Trilogy, MK4 a little bit, I feel as if. The other variations of them, not super much. Maybe some for, like, you know, nostalgia, but not really too much. But I really don't think people are going to be dabbling on the Deadly Alliance. They're going to see what it's like, and like, man, this plays entirely different from the PS2, the 3D one. So, yeah. But we'll have to see. But overall, I think this collection is going to do really, really well for Mortal Kombat. More than they're going to be. They're going to be surprised because I think this is going to be a jump. Because Warner Bros. Like, we'll give it a try. We'll see how it does. If it does super well, which it's going to do, they're going to add another collection. And this is the collection that I'm going to be more excited for, which is going to be the 3D era. Which we're going to get Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So yeah, probably PS2 version. I think it's probably the best. Or no, because I think that's for Armageddon. Wee's better. But Deadly Alliance, we're going to get Deception and Armageddon. If they allow us to play Mortal Kombat Kart Online, Revolutionary, or the puzzle one, like, I think the games that give you the most bang for your buck for the casual audiences is definitely going to be in the 3D era, especially since you get to create your own character. So I feel as if a lot of people will like that more than they're going to think. It's like, oh, it's 3D era, it's going to be bad. No, the gameplay actually from Deadly Alliance is probably the best out of the 3D era games, actually. So I think people are going to really mess with that, and the content was really, really good for its time. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. I do really think they're going to do another collection, because this is going to sell well. But I also think this could potentially determine how they're going to design maybe potentially the next game, but they're probably already working on it already as is. But who knows, it could actually have a little bit of wave, like maybe gameplay, like, man, people really prefer like 2 or 3 or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but it's a possibility that, you know, you want to consider. But speaking of the 3D collection, there's going to be another game that they're going to add, and this is guaranteed, because it's not in this collection, which, I mean, if people are upset about it, I think it makes sense why it's not in this one, because this one's for more of the older games. 3D era was a bit more later on, like early 2000s. This is like the 90s, so makes sense. So I definitely think Shaolin Monks is going to be in the 3D collection if they do it, because dude, that game is super ultra requested, like ridiculously requested. So I definitely think if they make another collection, which I'm pretty sure they're going to do, they're going to want to add Shaolin Monks, because dude, that's literally Devil May Cry co-op edition. You get to have Liu Kang. You can play solo if you want to, but Liu Kang, Kung Lao together, beating people up, doing cool, crazy combos, or even Sub-Zero or Scorpion if you unlock them as characters. And there's side missions. It's a super fun game. Like, that's all I need to say, really. That game, out of the, like, not really Mortal Kombat games, and what I mean by that, I mean, like, you know, fighting games, that one's probably the best one. Out of Sub-Zero, Mythologies, and Special Forces, Shaolin Monks takes the cake easily. And for it not to be in this collection gives me an indication that they're probably going to add it in a different collection. Or if they want to, like, update this collection and expand it, like maybe add 3D era or whatever, that'd be cool too. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to make another collection just to get more money, because it's Warner Brothers, bro. They're going to take all their money. So I think that'd be fine, honestly. Now, speaking of the next collection, besides the 3D era games and Shaolin Monks, there's not really a lot to add, technically, in a sense. The only thing they could add that would, like, sweeten the deal, like make it like, hey, this collection's better than the first one, which I feel as a lot of people agree with, is if that MK9, because that is like the missing piece of the puzzle. Technically, we're missing 3D era games, we're missing Shaolin Monks, and we're missing MK9. If they can combine a collection with MK9, because you cannot play MK9 unless you have an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 3, or if you've bought it on Steam before it went away because of the licensing for, I think, Freddy. So there's, dude, I really want to play MK9, bro, again, because like now that I've grown up and I understand fighting games better, dude, I want to know the combo, bro, because like everybody's in that game that I want to play. So except for like Fusion, but you know, but like I would be really excited to play that game again. And honestly, I said this for everybody. I don't really think people care if Freddy's in the game. If you added like a different character, because they have Trimmer in the game in the PS Vita version of Mortal Kombat 9, if they like enhanced his gameplay and actually made him a character and replaced Freddy, I think everybody would be cool with that. Like, would any of you complain over that? Like, be real with me. Would you complain if Freddy's not in the game? Like, oh no, man, I really love Freddy, and bro, you don't care. I really don't think you care that much. Like, Freddy was cool, but he was a zoner. If you like zoners, then I guess you're gonna be crying. But let's be for real here, bro. If they just took him out and this gave us Trimmer or somebody else, or just didn't even add anybody, just brought the game back, I think you would be happy. Let's be real, especially with the character, the roster. We're not getting another roster like that, dude. Like, I don't think they will add that, because they're like, well, we gotta pick this character, and then there's gonna be a new character, or maybe we'll add a 3D era character, which I'm cool with, because I actually like 3D era characters, but it's like, we're not gonna get everybody in the same game. It's just not gonna happen anymore, which is why I messed with 9 so much, because it had all the characters I wanted to play. That is like the trilogy game, relatively, when it comes to the characters. That's almost everybody, except for, you know, like, Kintaro and whatever, like, as, like, playable characters, I think, from my memory. Unless it's, like, a certain mode or whatever, but, yeah. So, I think there's going to be another collection, essentially, that's going to happen. This is really good news for the Legacy Collection, because, like, dude, this is, like, probably the definitive to play the OG games for the, especially the old heads that really mess with it. Like, one that comes to mind, I want to say, is, like, James MK, I believe. So, this is pretty good for, like, people like that wanted to play the older games and just... the only way you have to freaking do Fightcade or something, or fire up an old console or whatever, like, this is going to be sick, dude. So I'm really excited for this, but I'm hoping, I really am, that they're going to do another collection for the 3D era, because that's the one I really wanted to go with, because I feel as if the older era I'm more curious about, learning a few combos relatively, because I remember back when I think Maximilian played 3, like, he was using Rain. This was like dude, this was a long time ago when he was doing that, and he was showing some cool combos. Like, man, I would like to do that, but how am I gonna play it? So, unless it's Fightcade or something like that, I don't want to do all that extra stuff. Like, I only do it for certain games I'm like really interested. I'm not super, I don't need it, but now I have an option to not necessarily need to do that, so cool. But let me know how you guys feel down in the comment section. Are you guys excited to play Sub-Zero Mythologies? I know some of you are, because, like, dude, I can't wait to get mad. And then Special Forces, well, actually, they might make the configuration of that game a bit better, who knows. Or Special Forces, just, you know, to see how that game plays relatively. But, yeah. I already to let you know how I feel. Like, I'm more excited for Sub-Zero Mythologies than Special Forces, but who knows, I might actually like Special Forces a lot, because I do hear a little bit of good stuff about it. Just a little bit, though. But yeah, either way, I just want to mention this too. I will be streaming eventually in the future, because I know someone's asking me about that. So I got like a message on PlayStation. I'm like, I haven't streamed in a while. You're right. So I'm probably getting back into it and just making more videos. But, you know, I'm busy with life, so I'm gonna try to get back into it. You know, it's kind of hard for me to find video ideas. I don't want to do what other people are doing. I like doing my own stuff. But we'll have to figure that out a little bit. But I'm getting to it. But either way, if you liked the video, thank you very much. And if you didn't, that's all good too. I'm just glad you watched the video. And if you subscribed, same to you. You're awesome, you're sick. If you didn't, hey, it's all good, man. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great noon, or whatever time zone you use that, man. And I will see you guys in the next video.